Hello everyone, Lil Dude here from Overachiever. Today we are covering the mysterious but rather beautiful game What Remains of Edith Finch. If you find the video useful and want us to create more content like this, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to our channel and click the bell icon to get notified when something new is uploaded. Also make sure to check our social media linked in the description to see what we are up to next, and if you have a particular game in mind you want us to cover, drop it in the comment section below. I'm covering the whole game, so fair warning, there will be spoilers. The game is being narrated by the 17-year-old Edith Finch, who just inherited the Finch Manor. Don't worry if you miss any achievements. After finishing the game, you can always replay one of the stories from the menu. Pressing the menu button will take you to the family tree. Somewhere in the upper part, you will see Edith Finch, the one you are playing. Not to spoil so much from the beginning, but I was a little frustrated regarding the understanding of this tree, and I would have been happier to know this from the start. Every branch represents a generation, and the leaves with the black names are spouses not related by blood. Playing the game, you will draw the sketch of the rest of the family step by step, as we only have Edith now. As you walk towards the house, you will encounter a fork in the road. Take the left one and get to the house.
Exactly like I remembered it.
Then go back and take the other path. As you pass under the fallen tree, the All Roads achievement pops. It doesn't matter which path you take first, and also it doesn't matter if the paths are taken in different playthroughs. You will enter the garage going through a doggy door on the left of the house. Enter the main house from here. Just a reminder, at this floor you have one peephole. This is a separate achievement that we will cover later in a special section. After listening to some stories and exploring a bit, you will eventually go upstairs. There will be another 5 peepholes here. Closest to the top of the stairs, there is an open door which leads to Walter's room. Here, you will see a book on the left wall. Use the key given by Edith's mother and go through the passage.
Turns out, my mom was really good at keeping secrets. Now it was time to find out what my mom had been afraid of.
You will reach Molly's room and start her story by reading the diary. As Molly, you will have to eat the gerbil's food.
The gerbil food was dry, but I didn't mind it.
Try the door.
Mom, can I come out now?
Sweetheart, it's late. Go to sleep.
Go in the bathroom.
I kept eating and eating.
Eat the toothpaste.
I ate a
And
lot
some
of
berries.
that night.
After that, go to the window, open
Then
it,
I heard
and you will
chirping
transform
outside
into
my
a cat.
window. It was a barn swallow going back to her nest. I reached out for her. And suddenly, I was a cat.
Jumping from branch to branch after the bird, you will reach a wooden porch. From here, you must jump on the table, and you can only do it from this spot.
I could tell she was getting all I cared
Jump
about
again
was
after the
going
bird,
to her.
and eventually you will fall and become an owl. As an owl, you will have to catch 2 rabbits. If you catch them both without mistake, you will get the Great Owl achievement. Just follow them into an open space and then charge them with your right trigger. If you don't take your time and charge them when there are trees nearby, they will get away. When you start eating the second one, the mama rabbit, as Molly says, the achievement will pop.
She was almost too big to carry. I started choking, but I couldn't stop eating.
After that, you will now be a shark. Jump until you get in the water.
Off a cliff and into the ocean.
In the water, you will have to catch and eat the seal. You will have to do this twice, as the first time the seal gets away.
Grabbed on tight. Oh, when I was so hungry.
After eating the seal, you will transform into a monster and you will climb aboard the ship. On the ship, you must eat 3 humans, but when you get to this drunken guy, wait until he finishes his song. It will take around 2 whole minutes, but after that, the let him finish achievement will pop. Eat the remaining humans, follow the natural
my
progression of the
stomach
game,
started
and you will eventually be back in Molly's room under the bed. This will finish her story, and you will sketch her in the family tree. She was the sister of Edith's grandmother.
I'm not sure if I believed all of that, but I'm sure Edie would have.
Leave the room through the window.
This will be obvious later.
Go back in the house through
My mom
another
never
window
told me
in
any
a
of the
room where you will
stories.
learn about Odin.
Edie would have, but Mom didn't like bringing up the past. Though, when we adopted a stray kitten, she was the one who named it Molly. I spent a lot of time in Great-Grandma Edie's room. Her room was like a museum.
Finish the story and draw him.
Whatever's
He was
wrong with
Edith's
the family,
great-great-grandfather.
It goes back a long ways. That collapsed.
Go
The
in the
only trace
bathroom,
Grandpa
and
Sam's
above the
first wife,
toilet,
Kayla,
you will
from the
find
house
another
was the
book with a
pink
locket.
bathroom.
Open it with the same key.
There's a secret
Play
in
with
this
it
bathroom.
and go through another secret corridor.
It's in the last place you would look. It isn't in the cupboard. It's hidden in this book.
You will now be in the twin brothers' room, Sam,
I knew
Edith's
Grandpa Sam
grandfather,
had a twin.
and Calvin. Climb the stairs on the right.
And that he never talked about him. I guess my grandpa didn't like history any more than my mom did.
Reach the helmet and enter Calvin's story.
How I want to remember.
You have to swing with both triggers, one for each leg. Eventually, Calvin will go around the swing and fly.
The day he made up his mind to fly. And he did.
The story will end and you will draw him. As you can see, the
Calvin's
twins
story
are
sounds
Molly's
strangely
brothers.
familiar. When I was at Grandpa Sam,
Retrace your steps, but instead of going right, go left through the bookshelf. If you go ahead in the passage, you will reach Barbara's room. Take her comic and enter her story. From the story, you will learn that the key for the basement is in the music box, and to obtain it, you must keep spinning the lever until it pops out with the key. When Barbara holds the crutch near the pool table, hit every ball of the table. When the table is clear, the clear the table achievement will pop. Clear the story and draw her.
The gang's leader is the infamous Hookman killer, Dr. Carl Hamill, who impaled an...
She was Molly's and the twins' sister.
Edie told me all Barbara wanted was to be remembered. As absurd as that comic was. Didn't like me playing
Go
with
back in the
music box.
passage, but before you reach the twins' room, make a right turn. You are now back near the stairs, outside the rooms. Go downstairs, get the key from the music box, and go in the basement. You will eventually get to
I
an
think it's
underground
none of us
cave
has gotten
and
very
find
far.
Walter's letter.
Goodbye, everyone.
Finish his story
I can't
that
believe
has
I've
no
been
tricky
down here for
parts
30 years.
and draw him. Another one of the
Walter
brothers.
died when I was 6. I can't believe my mom never told me.
You will
Maybe
make your
we
way
live
out
so
of the
much
cave.
in a family curse.
A short walk on the shore.
But I thought you should know about your family. The past
Then
never
through
went
the
away.
cemetery. You will find the
You should see
telescope
it
for the
poking
Peephole
out the
achievement.
water at low tide. Come back someday.
Eventually, you will climb a ladder
Find
to a
everything
platform.
out for my mint.
Jump on the roof of the house. Climb another set of stairs to get
I
to a
never met
room
Grandpa
where you will
Sam.
learn about
I
Sam's
think
story,
he and my mom had a
Edith's
lot in
grandfather.
They were both pretty intense.
In Sam's story,
Dawn,
you must take some
promise.
specific pictures
Never
in
forget
order
this
to
weekend.
progress.
Yes, sir.
First,
Perfect.
take Dawn's photo, Sam's daughter. Next, go a little to the right and a little down to find the rabbit.
Please just
Take its
the damn
picture and the wildlife photographer achievement will pop.
I will never forget this weekend, Dad.
That's the spirit.
Take
Okay,
Dawn's
got
photo again.
I'm gonna take some pictures, okay?
The third picture you have to take is a little to the right, a bird in the tree.
Aw.
After that, take a picture of Sam as he is taking a piss near a tree.
That's a keeper.
I'm just saying.
Somewhere to the right between the tent and the supplies, on a cliff, there is a deer for you to photograph.
Before you take the shot,
Now,
let me get a
as
picture.
Sam, photograph Dawn again.
Dad,
And photograph the deer as Dawn shoots it.
Let me get behind you.
do I have to do this?
Great shot, Dawn.
To finish the story, put the camera on Dawn and the deer and run to them as Sam to get in the picture.
I'm proud of you, Dawn. Always remember that, okay?
Dad, it's twitching. I think
That's
it's
totally normal, Dawn. Just focus on the camera. Try not to think about.
Dad!
You will finish the story and draw him.
Of all these stories, that's the one I wish most that my mom had told me.
Get out of the room and through this tunnel in order to reach a nursery. Take the divorce contract of Edith's grandparents and learn Gregory's story. As Gregory, you have to put all the toys and the shampoo in the bath using the frog. If you also put the letters that spell Gregory in the bath, you will get the Gregory achievement.
I know you did everything you could.
After Gregory's mom flushes the water, use the whale to jump on the edge of the bath and turn on the water.
I wish you could have told us. About the...
Swim and unplug the drain.
I'm sure he's happy. And he'd want you to be happy too.
The story will end and you will draw Gregory,
Love, Sam.
Edith's uncle. Near Gregory's bed, you will find a poem written by Dawn,
I
and
can't
you will
imagine my
enter
mom
Gus's
writing
story.
poetry yet.
A poem for Gus, who always said the wedding was a bad idea.
In this one,
Our
you will
father
have to
never
fly the
forced
kite
us,
through
at
the
least not
words.
very hard. He told us, make the music
Near
louder.
the end, the words will be found between the chairs, the tables, the tents, creating sort of a tornado, devastating all in its path. As Dawn finishes her poem, the story also finishes, and once again, you draw a member of the family.
I wish that I could truly
Gus,
She
Edith's
never told me
other
about
uncle.
him, but Mom told me once if I was a boy, they were going to name me Gus.
Make a left, and after the bookshelf, there are some climbing grips. Use them and go up.
My mom moved up to the loft after.
Get out through the window.
My mom moved to India a week after graduation.
Eventually,
When Edie
you will
gave
reach
me the
Milton's
castle.
tower, where there is a peephole. And using the right window, get in and go up. Flip through the small drawing book.
Milton Finch in The Magic Paintbrush.
He was Edith's brother.
I was
Go back, but don't enter the room. Take a left and climb up some stairs in order to
Mom
reach
definitely
Lewis's
blamed
room.
Edie, but I think Lewis blamed himself.
Also
After
another
he graduated,
peephole.
he just spent more and
Climb in the boat and start his story, which is narrated by his psychiatrist.
on.
Play.
You will have to control Lewis's imaginary character with the left
About
analog
starting a
stick
band.
and chop fish heads with the right one. Eventually, you will take full control of the character
I still
and go
thought I
up
could save
and through the door.
Even after he said he down his head.
Just before the coronation, the story ends.
And the rest I think you know.
He was Edith's other brother.
My brother was really cool. She wanted to make it easier
Climb the
or
stairs
harder.
until the last floor. Enter the room,
I wish we'd
get to
stayed.
the top, and enter one last
I
story.
understand why we left.
Dawn's Edith's mother, and Edie,
Last
Edith's
night.
great-grandmother.
That whole last day,
Through it, you will learn about
I never
Edith's
saw
death,
Great Grandma Edie again. Happened pretty quickly.
about Dawn's death, and also
She got
about
better
how
for
it
a
all
while.
ends.
And then she didn't. This is where your story begins.
The diary from the beginning
sorry
was
I won't be
actually
here to
read
see
by
it.
Edith's son,
It's a lot
the
to
last of the
ask,
Finches.
But I don't want
He
you to be
reaches
sad,
as his
Peephole.
mother did years
want you
before
to be
the Finch
amazed
house
that
and
any of
leaves
us ever
flowers
had
at
the
the
chance
Finch
to be here at
graveyard.
all. Good luck.
I really got chills at the end of the game. At the credits, you will get the Everything Ends achievement. Be patient because after 1 or 2 minutes, the Thanks Johann achievement will pop as well, for staying along with the credits to see all the people involved. The family tree is now complete as Dawn and Edie are sketched as well. After finishing the game, go back to the Calvin story, and after you finish it for the second time, you will get the Loop de Loop de Loop achievement. The Peephole
first time
achievement
in
can be done
years,
progressing through the game or replaying a story
felt like
after
I
the
was
game is
home.
completed. Don't forget to look through the peephole long enough for Edith to finish
Nothing in the
narrating.
house looked
For the
abnormal.
first ones,
There was
choose
just
Edith.
Too much
Go
of
in the
it,
house,
like a smile.
and just before
when you
climbing,
did.
there is the library door.
Edie told me once that every Finch who ever lived is buried somewhere in the library.
Climbing up, make a right, and there's Molly's room.
After Milton disappeared, Mom sealed up all the bedrooms. Then Edie retaliated and drilled peepholes. Molly always seemed like a girl I could imagine being friends with, if she hadn't died in 1947.
Go back and make a left after the stairs, and then left to find Barbara's room.
Barbara was a child star for 2 years, until America grew out of it.
Go back towards the stairs and make a left, and you will find the last 3 in this replay: Calvin,
My Grandpa Sam spent 7 years sharing a room with his dead brother, Calvin.
Gregory,
As a kid, I just assumed every house had peepholes and sealed rooms you weren't allowed inside of.
and Edie/Sven.
The last time I was in Edith Sr.'s room, I was 10 and she was painting my portrait. She could see
You
it
will then have to
poking
go
out
to
the water
Walter's
at the
story,
tide.
replay it, finish it, and go as Edith through the cave, shore, and cemetery, and look through the telescope.
Edie said she dreamed
Remember
about
to
the old
zoom in.
house every night.
For the last ones, go to Milton's story. Go out, look through the peephole,
After Milton disappeared, the only thing he left behind was a room full of paintings.
and then go and do the same thing at Lewis's door.
Room. Until Mom got him a job at the cannery. Everyone always told me to stay out of Lewis's room. Except Lewis.
A closer look achievement will pop if you got all 9 of them. And that's pretty much it. Thank you very much for watching this video. Make sure to like and subscribe for more, check our social media linked in the description, and until next time, keep popping those achievements.